My name is Kyle Herron. I graduated La Cañada High School just a couple of years ago, and it's amazing to me what I have learned since. What's interesting about the years post-high school is that they actually bring true wisdom to people. They bring experience, they bring life to you. Now, again, I'm 20 years old, so me saying that I have wisdom might seem a little crazy to some of the older people in the audience, right? Wisdom is something that is gained over a long period of time, but I disagree. I think wisdom is something that can be gained when you're 5 years old, when you're a 5th grader, right? Right, yeah, he does deserve a round of applause. Incredible story, incredible story. As a 20-year-old or as even an 80-year-old, we are all continuing to learn every day. And so let me walk you through what my process of learning has been over the course of the last, I'd say about 2 years or so. I graduated in 2012. The seniors now are getting to their graduation, roughly 2 years, a year and a half. So it all began at La Cañada High School, where I'll be frank to tell you that it did not turn out to be exactly what I wanted it to be. High school was good. High school was great. In fact, it had so many good moments that I will look back on it as being an unbelievable part of my life. But at the same time, it had its downfalls as well. One of them being my academics. I got so distracted in high school by the beautiful girls, by the sports, by the social life, by everything outside of academics that I unfortunately tanked. I did. That's me being vulnerable with you. But I was under the impression that there was no other option out of high school except to go to a college. Community college to me was taboo. Taking time off, taboo. Going to work for a semester, taboo. So I chose St. Mary's College of California, one of the few schools that I got into. And I went there, and very quickly, I was coming to realize that college is awesome. Like, if you put a bunch of kids together in one area, you're guaranteed to have a good time. That I will tell you. But that freshness of an item, that newness, just like a new iPod or a new computer, a new tablet, it wears off, and you begin to realize what it is for what it really is. And so with that said, that freshness of college, that it wore off. I had my friends, I invested myself in the social life, but I still wanted to keep going into college. So I took on every opportunity I could. I joined the rugby team, I became a part of the admissions office, I worked in their local church because it was a Catholic school. I took on as much as I could, and then classes hit me. Okay, I was overwhelmed. I'll be honest. I bit off way more than I could chew. And how should I know how much I should chew, right? I look at myself, I'm confident. I feel like I can take on anything. And so I took that all on, and I crashed, and I burned, okay? So at that point, I was lost. I had way too much on my plate. I was 6 hours away from home, which may not seem far to many, but that 6-hour drive from San Francisco to Southern California felt like a light year away. My parents were not even close to me. The idiosyncrasies and routine of modern day life were gone. I was lost, like I said. So I embraced my humility for once, and I came back home. Coming back home, I was presented with a variety of different options. My parents were unbelievably kind to me to say, no, time out. Do you really want to keep going in school after what just happened? Do you want to continue education, or do you want to take a break? And I thought for a while, because what everybody in the audience has to realize, college is not the end all. When you leave high school, you begin to have an opportunity to make decisions for yourself. For once in your life, you're not conditioned by your parents, by society, by academics. You can make decisions for you. And so I thought, do I want to take a year off? Do I want to go traveling? Do I want to just work? What do I want to do? I decided I wanted to do community college. I wanted to continue my education. That was important to me. But community college, like I said earlier, kind of taboo to me. I was a little worried, like, can I really handle this? I thought community college was a place for, and I'll put this in quotations because nobody is this, but I thought it was a place for failures, right? I thought it was a place that the rejected went to, that the people that couldn't handle even the slightest bit of academics went to. I thought it was the low of the low. And I quickly learned, upon my first day of classes, how wrong I was. Community college is in fact a place where you meet the most diverse population of people that I have ever seen on this planet, or at least in a classroom for that matter. I met kids from Asia, kids from Europe. I met mothers, I met fathers, I met 60-year-old women. I'm talking about, I saw a little bit of everything. And you know what it did? I saw the full-time mothers, the full-time workers, and the full-time students, and I said, hold on, my problems are pale in comparison. But on top of that, what community college does, which is fantastic, it's the flip of a university. It gives you less distractions. There are less people to converse with, less people to talk to. I've wanted a girlfriend for so long, but I can hardly talk to the girls because what happens is community college is a place you go to and you leave. People aren't there to embrace the collegiate experience, but that is a benefit in and of itself. It forces you to look deeper within yourself, to determine who you are, to analyze and scrutinize your life upon reflection, to determine if you're doing what you really want to do. And more important than that, parents, let's be real. Financially, community college is a lot easier on your wallet. And I quickly learned that. So let me just list off a few numbers here just to kind of get the brain going. UCLA. Fantastic university, one of the ones I'm trying to transfer to, as a matter of fact. It's a UC school, California in-state residents, they pay a little less. $500 a unit. Got that number in our head, okay? Now, that's an in-state school, but let's look at a private institution like University of Southern California. I hope to be a Trojan one day, but I will say, very expensive school. $1,536 a unit. That's an enormous amount of money. Now wait, this is the part I love. This is the reaction that I hope I get from this next comment. But community college per unit is $46. And keep in mind, on top of that, you're not paying for a roof over your head, you're not paying for food, you've got your mom to do laundry, you've got time to think, right? I mean, we're talking about all of the little things that college strips from us are partially given back. The things that would distract us from becoming who we want to be are taken care of for a year or two, and that's why it's been such a blessing to me. So to move on from that, the message that I came here to proclaim was that you need to understand post-high school or for any decision in life for that matter, you need to make decisions for you. You need to make the decisions that make you happy. You cannot compare yourself to the person to the left or to the person of the right of you. Juxtaposition does not define us, we define us. What makes you happy makes you happy. There is no such thing as normal. Normal does not exist. Normal is defined by you. Normal is subjective. And so I fear that people fall into a stereotype. To reference one that unfortunately really stuck with me, I watched a documentary on YouTube. I would definitely recommend everyone in the audience to go look it up. It's about 15 minutes, and it really changes the way that I approached how I approach my look on the world, I should say. It's called Story of Stuff. And here's what it says. It says we as Americans are unfortunately put into this consumer-based cycle where we work a 9-to-5 job we hate. We come home to the couch, we watch TV, the TV says invest yourself in materialistic things because that's what makes you feel better, right? The new watch, cool shoes, nice shirt, right? No, that's not. But unfortunately, that's what it does. That's what this consumer cycle does. So we go to the stores, we give them our money, we go back and sulk in our job, and we're stuck in this routine, stuck in this cycle, lost in this idiosyncrasy, not really understanding what we want and what we desire. So I challenge you, as I reach my concluding points, to really scrutinize yourself in any decision in life, especially for the students in the crowd when it comes to choosing a college or choosing the steps past high school. It's a cornerstone in your life. It's a change that will affect you more than you realize. But the reason that I call this more than solo cups and studies is because I don't want you to choose it for the social life. I don't want anyone to choose it for the academics. You have to choose a place that can make you happy, a place where you want to be at, a place that is ideal, because if you're not living a life that you consider ideal, then what are you living? Thank you very much. I challenge everyone in the crowd to look at their life upon reflection